Going on, Jerome. So your Minnesota Vikings got it done in a statement win on Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers. The defense brought the thunder, sacking Brock Purdy 6 times, as well as offensively slinging Sam Darnold, getting the damn thing done, and just a very well-coached game on both sides of the ball by head coach Kevin O'Connell on the offensive side and defensive coordinator Brian Flores, obviously on the defensive side. On the other sideline, Kyle Shanahan. Now, respect to Kyle Shanahan, right? So getting to the Super Bowl a couple times, it's tough to do. Right, and he is one of the best young offensive minds in the National Football League. Although, if he had gone to the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins instead of Jimmy Garoppolo, I think that they win, because I don't think that that Kurt misses that Emmanuel Sanders skinny post, but not that I remember things, right? Also, hey, Kyle, how come you were ignoring the best quarterback on your rooster last year? That's what I want to know. But what's interesting is that, so when Kevin O'Connell was OC of the Rams in 2020 and 2021, the Rams were actually 0-4 against Shanahan and the Niners in the regular season. But the one win, NFC title game, turned out pretty good. Long story longer. So NFL Live is in Philly for whatever reason. Hey, chuck some full beers at them. Catch the beers. They're probably Yinglings. Oh, but they're frozen. They'll thaw. All right, but NFL Live is in Philly for Falcons, and Kirk Cousins playing the Eagles. What's the deal with Kirk Cousins always playing the Eagles week 2? Is that in the NFL Network contract? I don't know. But Diamond Dan Orlovsky, he of the 11-yard end zones. So I respect him because he does call a spade when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, and he had some great words on the panel with Mina Kimes, who's fantastic, Marcus Spears from LSU, as well as Ryan Clark. Basically, he looks like a Benihana chef, but without the hat. You need the hat, man. All right, but Orlovsky, again, he who is not Dennis from Always Sunny, which is ironic since they are in Philly, he said this about the game on Sunday, quote, "How many times in your life do you think Kyle Shanahan has been outcoached?" And I think Mina said last year against the Vikings and Brian Flores. Yeah, good point. I think Kyle was outcoached yesterday by both Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell. I think Kevin O'Connell has absolutely gotten himself into the conversation for as good a breadcrumb layer as there is in the NFL. I get into this formation, I get into this look, and see what you do with it defensively, because I have that second or third or fourth option to go off it. Now, breadcrumbs is basically showing a defense a look, see how they react to it, then all of a sudden, oh, so you're going to do this? We have this, this, and this in the chamber, and just counters off of counters off of counters. Andy Reid, respect, has been one of the best breadcrumb layerers in the National Football League over decades, right? And that's not an eating joke, right? And Kevin O'Connell is certainly starting to grow and show into it, because I know over the first 2 years, like KOC has been a work in progress, and he's been learning on the job. But remember, this is his first time as a head coach. This is his first time as a full-time play caller. And year 3, things are really coming together. Also, the way that he operated with Kirk Cousins, the way that he handled the whole Pashnot, Mullins, Jaron Hall debacle last year, and now you got Sam Darnold playing some of the best ball of his career. It's looking pretty damn good. Dennis Dan continued, you could make the case that the Vikings offensively and defensively are as well coached as anybody in the NFL. So that's pretty damn high praise. And I would frankly agree, where I feel like O'Connell, first couple of seasons, okay, a lot of it is former Zimmer guys and Zimmer lieutenants, and then eventually the roster got churned out by Kwesi, and now it's O'Connell's guys, it's Flores guys, and you're seeing them buying into it, where they're fun, fast, and free up front on offense as well as defensively. They're certainly just getting after things. So I don't think that this is absolutely a hot take by Dan Orlovsky at all. And frankly, I think this is a lot closer to the truth than some of the vile and nonsense that ESPN analytics and some of the non-national beat writers are spitting out there. Where are the Vikings well coached? Yes. Are they talented? Yes. Are they deep? Yes. Do they get Addison, Hockenson, and Reisner back pretty damn soon? Yes, indeed. But again, we always rage against the machine when there's malfeasance by the national media, but we also need to point out when they're accurate, right? Where I was going to say good, except that means favorable coverage, but it's not even that. This is accuracy, where the Vikings absolutely have some of the best offensive and defensive minds on staff, and with Flores and O'Connell leading the way, sky's the limit, baby. Also, Coach Daniels is premier as a special teams coordinator as well. But your thoughts are thoughts. 11-yard end zone guy on ESPN is correct, actually, about the Vikings. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section below. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.